turn 2, Jeff. Clear of Reddick for the lead.
Yeah, Chastain got clear. This racetrack historically has been really wide, a lot of grooves, but yesterday in practice it was kind of one groove on the bottom, so all the drivers trying to figure out where they can go.
A lot of accidents. You see cars moving around, sliding around. A tough Xfinity race yesterday. These drivers have to be taking it pretty easy, making sure they understand how much grip this racetrack has.
He's here this weekend as the inaugural member of the Walk of Fame here at the Concrete Mile and a Third. That's because he won here 6 times overall. It's pretty good. It's not easy here, is it?
No, it's not easy at all. Coming in, my wife said, "You must love this place." It's like, man, I've had some real crises in the driver's seat here. It's hard to get a grip on this racetrack. It's so edgy. And when you watch these guys, I mean, they're working hard. Their crew chiefs are going to work hard. It's a really tough place.
Not the first time we've seen you back at a racetrack. Are you plotting anything, Carl?
No, I'm not. I'm having a lot of fun, getting to do a lot of neat things, but it really is an honor to be here. It's cool to see everybody. NASCAR did a lot of great things for me, and it's fun to be here.
And you made your way around the garage. I understand you had a conversation with the pole sitter and race leader, Chastain.
So I hear all these rumors, like Ross Chastain's confidence is low. I talked to him. He's got a hop in his step. I think he's going to be tough to beat today.
We're glad you're back. Come back anytime, and welcome to the Walk of Fame here at Nashville.
That's cool. Thank you so much.
Carl Edwards, Rick, always good to see you.
Drives away in the lead. Half second over Chastain. Chastain's starting to see a little business in his rearview mirror. Byron's getting closer and closer on this final lap.
Got a little bit loose there through 1 and 2. Did the 1 of Ross Chastain, and now Corey LaJoie making it a little bit more difficult for Tyler Reddick on this final turn of stage 1. But it's going to be Tyler Reddick grabbing his 3rd stage win this year. Ross Chastain, William Byron, Martin Truex Jr., and Denny Hamlin, the top 5 in stage 1.
And Corey stays on the lead lap there by racing hard. You know who's happy about that? Noah Gragson. So he'll be the first car lap down for an opportunity to get the free pass.
Chase Elliott 6th in stage 1. Once again, a great event from here at Nashville Super Speedway. We'll brush with the wall there on the 12th. Ryan Blaney, how about a brush with a bull? Yeah, that's in the infield here.
Oh, we got a spin back there. Tyler Reddick's around.
Tires off. He's lost the wheel.
So the caution,
and he had just pitted, guys. Just came off pit road for Tyler Reddick.
Yeah, caution came out. He has blocked pit road, and you see him rolling now without that right rear tire. Wheel completely off.
AMR safety truck's going to secure that tire that's laying on pit road.
And Steve, when we talked to NASCAR earlier this weekend, they mentioned if the tire comes off on pit road, it's a different penalty than if it comes off on the racetrack.
Yeah,
but he was right there on the entrance to pit road.
Well, yellow to yellow, I would say they'd say that it was on pit road. Let's take a look right here. He obviously knows he has an issue. You see the fire out the pipes. Right rear tire's trying to come off the car.
What a handful. That thing looked like it was evil. He's trying to get it to pit road.
Yeah, the wheel's coming off of it.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
There you see the nut fly up the racetrack there. Come off the wheel.
Such an unfortunate break for the 45. He had just pitted, as you said, so obviously on the right side, these pit stops are so fast. The exchange of the tire is so fast.
What are you worried about, Steve, when you see that wheel trying to do that to the hub there? Is there any damage or anything that you're concerned with?
Well, you see the air is out of the wheel, so as that wheel was bouncing, you could see as it comes loose, the brake rotor and caliper actually cuts the aluminum.
Junior first into the gas.
Contact!
The 6 falling back quickly.
Big crash back here.
Here comes Blaney around. Kyle Busch going in. Will they miss the wall? A close call there. Blaney may have gotten into he did hard into the inside wall.
Heavy damage to the front of that car. Man. That must have been a pretty hard impact. We don't see these cars suffer that much damage.
Just recently, with the improvements to the front and rear clip, they've made them a little more collapsible so that they do collapse so that the driver doesn't take so much of the blunt of that force.
You can see right there above the car where the car impacted this wall on the inside.
AMR safety crew immediately to Ryan.
That is heavy damage. The front of that car is really destroyed.
Yeah. That wall right there, concrete wall on the interior of this racetrack. You put safer barrier all the way around this place on the inside, outside. You sometimes don't put it somewhere. Cars have a way of finding those areas. We've went through this on all types of circuits throughout the series. Cars go in places you never thought they would.
It almost looked as though he couldn't steer it away from that wall too, because he was headed in a straight line right at the wall when we saw the 8 be able to veer off and go a different direction and not make contact.
And just a weird series of events that put him in motion toward that wall. Steer the car away from the direction it was going. I don't think there's anything Blaney could have done to change where this car was headed.
Yeah, that all started way ahead of him, and right there, that is such a massive hit.
Yeah.
See, it started way in the front, and now it's just a stack up.
Alex Bowman into the door of the 8 right there. A little contact on the right front of this 48 car. Blaney gets off the brakes, trying to hope that that car is going to start to turn and he can correct it. This could have been a whole lot worse. You know, the car not being able to accelerate.
Watch this. The angle of impact is what is bad about that wreck right there. It's not the speed of a car matters, but the angle of impact. And this is almost a straight head-on impact as the car goes to the wall. Look at that. You know, look at the left front and the right front. They almost hit at the same time, and that's how it's just very hard to absorb that energy. If it hits a glancing blow, it does not have near the G-forces, but when it's head-on like that, it is a ton of...
From the infield care center, you okay?
I feel better now. Shame. End our night early. I thought we actually finally got decent there. Started the second stage, and I don't really know what happened. Someone checked up on the restart, I guess, and I kind of checked up and got hit from behind. I didn't know if they were wrecking, and I just couldn't get it straightened out. When I got out of the grass, I thought I was going to come back around and I'd be okay, but it just never got back right. And I don't know why there's no safety barrier there. It's pretty ridiculous, honestly. Hardest hit I've ever had in my life. So happy to be all right. It sucks for the Pennzoil Ford Mustang, and yeah, things going really.
That helpless feeling when you have been hit and you don't have any control, what is that like?
I honestly, I thought I was going to be fine. I really thought I was going to be okay once I got past the grass, back onto the asphalt. I thought it could kind of swing back around when I got off the brake. Just never did. It was just at that weird angle. So, yeah, I thought I could get back on straight until the last second. Just never came back.
Final lap of stage 2, so these guys are definitely trying to chew away at a few extra stage points, but I think Denny Hamlin's going to be able to close this one out unless Truex can mount a charge down here in 3 and 4.
Final time down the backstretch here in stage 2. Ross Chastain, after starting on the pole, looks like the farthest he's going to be able to get up is going to be to 3rd. A big run there for Martin Truex Jr., but just not enough. He'll finish 2nd to Denny Hamlin here in stage 2. 4th stage win this year for Hamlin.
Good job there, fellas.
And remember, every stage win, you gain a playoff point. Those get put in the bucket and carried all the way through the playoffs as long as you are in them.
You gotta wanna win.
Tyler Reddick won stage 1. And then the issue with the tire. But it's Denny Hamlin who's able to get out front and win stage 2 here. You know that frustrated feeling you get when you're on the interstate in the left lane and the guy doesn't get over for you? Well, right now, Ross Chastain is in. Get out of the way. 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank.
White flag, hit your marks.
Justin Marks and Pitbull put this team together. A year ago, both teams were able to win, both cars, with Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain. And as you mentioned, made a run for the championship, was in that Final Four pairing. Now he's going to have another shot at it. A win here at Nashville for Ross Chastain puts him in the playoffs. Good place to do it here in Nashville.
Yes! Yes! Heck yeah, guys. Oh, thank
Auto
you.
parts. Here's what you were talking about. There's a contact. The 14 got into the 99.
I think Suarez had some intention of going up there and cheering on his teammate or something, but
It's been that kind of year for
the playoffs, and he's going to come out the hatch. Ross Chastain, the family, watermelon farmers, and the celebration of smashing a watermelon about to take place.
Have a little water, go ahead. After a rough month and a half for you and the one team, how's a win for a little medicine?
Only thing sweeter, Marty, is this Georgia watermelon. I gotta tell you, this is incredible. This is why every little kid out there, anywhere in the world, when you get criticized, and you're going to if you're competitive, they will try to tear you down. You will start believing them. You can't do it. You have to go to your people, trust in the process, read your books, trust the big man's plan upstairs, and just keep getting up and going to work. I got to tell you, a lot of self-reflection through all of this, but I had a group that believed in me, and they didn't let me get down. And they bring rocket ships, and I just try to point them to victory lane.
So you mentioned the criticism. How did you put it behind you, Ross?
Trust in my people, my family back home, the agriculture industry, they're always there for me. And then everybody at Trackhouse that Justin Marks puts in place with Phil Surgeon and our group on the 1 in 99. To win in Nashville is actually absolutely incredible. And then the WISE program and everybody at GM, Chevrolet, it's I train with so many of my competitors, but it makes us better, and I'm up against the best out here. So for everybody at Worldwide Express Racing, and sweep the weekend with Carson Hocevar and East Motorsports, get the pole. We won everything we could have with WEX Racing, and for Advent Health, Jockey, the Moose, and it's absolutely incredible, the fight that we have.
I love the emotion in the burnout, and you said in the middle of it, this is so much fun. Is that born out of relief, or where did that come from?
That's just a desire to win. I got to tell you, Marty, it's just so hard at this level, and it's the best of the best, and it's where I've wanted to be since I was 18 years old, and from studying for over 10 years to just to qualify better, let alone go race for a cup race win. Along the way, the journey, I'm so happy that the MMI group's here, and everybody that supports me. Yeah, look, it's a cup win. I don't care what happened the last month, the rest of my life. It's a freaking cup win!
There you go, Ross Chastain started the weekend with his first career pole. He ends it with his first win of 2023, and now he's in the playoffs.
We're not contending for wins. The final 10 doesn't matter anyway, so that's just the facts of what it takes to run consistently up front to make a late charge in the point. So we have to have runs like this every week. Other guys are doing it, so it's certainly possible. So yeah, we just got to keep going where we're headed, and keep putting ourselves in the top 5 and keep inching away, and I think we'll be fine.
Everybody wondered, is the old Ross Chastain going to show up? The guy who's aggressive, the guy who runs up front. And Kyle said, yes, we saw the old Ross Chastain, but we saw a new Ross Chastain tonight. Do you agree a more calculated Ross Chastain won this race?
Well, I'm always going to evolve, Marty, and that's human nature. We're going to do that. So as I've looked and reflected on the last, month or 6 weeks, I didn't just get here overnight. So I'd look further back and just trust my tools. And tonight we had a great car. Obviously showed it in qualifying. To qualify on the pole, I'm not normally that good at doing that. And I tied together 2 incredible laps that I will truly remember for the rest of my life. That second round lap in qualifying. And then in the race, when the sun was out, I was sideways off turn 2, really slick. And then as the sun went down, turn 4, it gripped up a little more than turn 2. And I thought, okay, come on. And I told Phil, I was like, I'm sliding off turn 2, but turn 4 is good. And he's like, okay, it's good to know. And as soon as the sun went down, it was like a light switch. And that car came to life for our Worldwide Express Chevy. To supercharge that car like that was incredible.